Hi, this is John Mulligan from Search Engine Strategies San Jose 2008. I'm here with Jiyan Wei, the brand manager for PRWeb. How you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. The show going well?
The show is going really well. We're just getting kicked off here, and we're already getting a lot of buzz, and we're getting a lot of people coming by. So, I mean, these are always great shows for us, so we're excited to be out here.
Great, thanks. So I hear that you're soft launching a newsroom product in the next week or so, right? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, over the past couple of years, we've had a lot of customers asking us for some basic newsroom functionality. You know, as you know, we're the leading online newswire, so we allow customers to distribute news releases. So it was kind of a natural fit for us to provide them with some sort of functionality to create a basic newsroom product. And so what we've done is we've created a really easy kind of lightweight model that allows a customer to go into their news management console in PRWeb and essentially brand a newsroom. It'll be hosted on PRWeb. They can add press photos, they can add all sorts of marketing documentation, and it'll display all their PRWeb news releases according to, you know, whether they want them displayed by month or by year, or what client group they want displayed. And it'll also have all the social bookmark functionality. So, you know, we really looked at best practices for having a press room. For journalists, we also looked at some functionality of the social media newsroom, a design that Todd Deffrin kind of put together. Sure.
So what are the benefits for someone for someone having a hosted newsroom on your site as opposed to just publishing it on their own with their own releases and their own media and coverage elsewhere?
Right. Well, there's a number. I mean, one is clearly the fact that it's going to be hosted on our domain. We have a pretty strong, we have a lot of, yeah, exactly. Okay. So, you know, our goal really here is to make sure that when their brand is queried or their company is queried, that newsroom pops up high, you know. So there's a big search functionality there. And then, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but a huge percentage of our users are actually small business owners. And a lot of these small business owners, they have a limited website or they don't have the resources necessarily to create their own newsroom. So we really want to go out and we want to help them. We want to basically create for them the ability to kind of go out and talk about who they are so that all the journalists and bloggers who are reading their news release have a resource to learn more and see if they want to write a story about them.
Absolutely. Do you allow people to optimize by different campaigns or by different terms to sort of mix and match as opposed to what's just naturally in the releases that they're featuring?
Just for the newsrooms or for the news releases?
Within the newsroom itself, sort of the page that the news releases live on.
Right. So every account, we have kind of an organizational tool called basically a client group. So you can tie a bunch of news releases in your account to a client group. So we have a lot of agencies and things like that who do that. Newsrooms will function fairly similarly. So every account you'll be able to create multiple newsrooms. So let's say I'm a search marketing agency. I have 5 different clients. I can create 5 different newsrooms for each of those different clients, and each of those will have all the news releases that are bundled together by that organizational tool. And then, you know, you're going to be able to edit the title of the newsroom, the title tag of the newsroom, even the URL of the newsroom, and input keywords. So you're going to be able to do a lot of things to kind of optimize that for the keyword of the company.
That's great. And personally, I can see a lot of benefit for us sometimes when we're trying to, as SEO-PR, a lot of the times, you know, trying to get someone to launch a new newsroom on their site, whatever the size, you know, I mean, if they're small, then there is that bandwidth problem that you're talking about. And if they're large, sometimes you've got to go through corporate, and that can be a bit of a messy process, launching a new section of the site, you know, and trying to alter it and tweak it. So adding your brand authority behind it might have you know, some major benefit to it.
Huge. I mean, and we've had a lot of journalists and bloggers who are reading our news releases, and they want to learn more. And as I said, in some cases, you know, they'll go to the customer website, and it's not necessarily optimized for the journalist or for the blogger who's writing that story. So this is a tool, you know, the journalist is reading that news release. They're like, oh, I want to learn more about this company. One click, they're able to see the entire newsroom. Again, they're going to have access, all that sort of press access that they need to write a story, or even to know that they want to write a story about that client before they contact them. So it'll have that search advantage, and it'll also have that kind of direct to media, direct to blogger advantage.
Well, cool. I'm excited to take it for a spin. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. All right, great. Thanks a lot.
All right, that's John Mulligan and Jiyan Wei from PRWeb talking at Search Engine Strategies San Jose 2008. Stay tuned for more.